really all about sort of building and managing these great dashboards. And that's really the strength of the tool, the interactive dashboards, and the ad hoc environment that allows you to build them. Perhaps that's why, for those of you who are kind of looking from the Hyperion side, that you're now looking at OBIEE, not only because it's Oracle's strategic direction, but because it really does provide a great user-friendly way to build these dashboards quickly and easily. However, one of the challenges with that is that, and as you start to embark down your OBIEE path, you'll find this out. One of the challenges is that over time, you get a lot of dashboards because users really like it. You get more projects. It keeps growing momentum. Everything is all about, I want more, I want this, I want that, because it really excites your user base. So it can be very challenging over time as you start to grow many dashboards to understand, what's going on. What do I have out in my environment? In the same token, in the metadata layer, when you start off on your first project, it's really nice. You start off, this is the metadata layer for those of you that are not familiar with this. You start off with a nice, easy project. You kind of get your first win in there, and you build your first model and the physical and business model and into the presentation layer, and all is good and all is nice. But all of a sudden, now you have project 2 and project 3 and project 4 and 5, and your metadata model goes from that to something that looks more like this, where you've got all these databases and all these business models and presentation layers. How do you manage all of that? And this is, again, true of any BI tool. I'll ask you guys, from a Hyperion perspective, what are some of the challenges? I mean, you talked about using the impact tool that Hyperion provides. Why do you need something like that? Why is that important? What are some of the challenges of administering and maintaining a BI system? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, it's just to keep the database changes or the dashboards that are in place, keeping that safe. Sometimes you're forced from a lot of database changes.
So, and what happens if something in the database changes?
The dashboard's going to break.
So something's going to break. So you want to understand, if I change this, how does it get impacted? What does it impact? What are all the things that are using this particular thing about to change? What else? So you guys have started. You've gotten past your first implementation. You're starting to try to maintain the environment. What are some challenges that you're seeing?
For us, it's people doing things in PeopleSoft that are valid, that are not expected. So like tree structure sometimes break. They'll create a project and make it inactive and actually book revenues and stuff to it. So you kind of have to try to figure out how to capture those things in the source system before they have an impact on the production system.
Okay. So, and how do you know where things are in the source system?
We dig and route through all the maps trying to find where it's coming from.
Okay. All right. What else? Several of you have had experience with Hyperion. What?
For us, it's more organizational. We've just changed outsourcers in terms of our technology, support of our technology infrastructure. So we've got a new team of people in place looking after our data warehouse and BI applications. They don't understand a lot of what's actually been built. So just trying to reconstruct some of that has been a really big challenge.
Sure. Very common. You've got one developer comes in on your first project, helps you build all this stuff. They go away. Now you're left to maintain it. 2 years later, oh gosh, we need to make business wants big changes to all of this, but the original developers aren't here anymore. What's all this stuff? Why was it done? How was it configured? Definitely a challenge there. What about in the back?